Richard, tell me why it is that my credit card is still canceled. I tried taking Lucinda to the Coca Cabana in order to show her a good time because her husband, Richard, also named Richard, left her for the Cabana boy. No woman should have to go through such severe pain. He is only giving her $1 million as alimony, that's the word, as alimony a year. She is impoverished, and I was trying to show her a good time. So when we go to the Coca Cabana, I obviously enter, they know me, and as soon as I enter trying to buy a little bit of mojitos, some margaritas, some Cosmos, guess what the bartender tells me? Excuse me, ma'am, your card was rejected. Like a peasant. You've reduced me down to the stature of a peasant yet again. I was so embarrassed. I literally had just told Lucinda, sweetie, I have us both covered. I will take care of us. I will show us a night out on the town. And guess what? My credit card got canceled. We were in the same boat practically in the same boat. So I'm gonna ask you once again, why haven't you uncanceled my credit card? Because I can't tell you what to do. Oh, Richard. But I can. I don't know if you know this, Richard, but I'm a very studious person. Very, very analytical. And I analyzed your business funds. I went through all of your bank statements, business deals, I noticed that you were siphoning some of the company's money into your bank account and going off to a private island with some of your little rich buddies, doing God knows what, but on company's dime. Now, I'm sure that the CEO of the company wouldn't appreciate that, considering how I already contacted the CEO asking him if he would hypothetically approve of such trips, and he stated that if anyone was to be found within the company to have done such an illegal crime, that he would immediately replace them with someone who is more honest and ethical. So I really don't think you want to be testing me right now, especially since your CEO, your boss, stated that if they were to find someone who were to do that, they would ruin their corporate opportunities within the New York realm. So bye-bye to Wall Street, bye-bye to any sort of, big business, sort of like Wolf of Wall Street sort of type, and onto the streets you go. And guess what? I can find another, stockbroker, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is. Easily, because I am Sonia Montenegro and you have humiliated me for the last time. So, I have an ultimatum for you. As punishment for having humiliated me, I'm going to be poking your eyes with these thumbtacks. I'm not going to leave you blind. At what point would you serve me? You wouldn't be able to see the tax dollars. Benjamin bills, cash. I need you to have sight in order to uncancel the credit card. I'm just going to be playing with your eyeballs from the inside, poking them in, like that little hole that's in the middle of your eyeball. And then I'm going to be lining up your face, drawing it up, so that way we go to the plastic surgeon, my favorite plastic surgeon, Dr. Nassif, and he carves up your face per my instructions. That way you look exactly like I want you to look. Okay, Richard? There is no there's no saying no. There's no negating me, okay? Because if you try negating me, I will tell your CEO what it is that you've been doing. Ooh. And I know that you'd probably want to, choke me, bury me, and have no one ever find my remains. But guess what? I already took that into consideration. And guess what? Lucinda and 3 other people have been notified of your business dealings, and they're also very up to date with what it is that you've been doing. They also have the evidence, the release forms. I pretty much Xeroxed and sent them all of the receipts. So in the event that you were to kill me, they are going to tell your CEO anyways. Isn't that a little coinkadink? So there really is no way of getting around this. Open your eyes up now. Open your eyes, Richard. Open your eyeballs. It's just going to be a little bit of stabbing. Okay? It's just going to be a little bit of a stab. Keep them open. Keep them open. I just kind of want to make them wider, I just kind of want to loosen up the holes inside of your eyes. Keep them open. Keep them open. Perfect. I used a red one because that was nice, but I'm gonna use a blue one because that one's also nice, but for the other eyeball. Just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, Richard. Keep your eyes open. Nice and open for me, Richard. Nice and open. I just want to know, after having opened up your eyeballs a little further, who do you see before you? No, not your wife. Your reckoning. So, let's begin with a little bit of plastic surgery, shall we? Lift up your chin. Bring it upwards. Let me see this part of your neck and under jaw. Okay, I'm just going to have him remove all of this fat from beneath your neck. Have it suck it all out. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna have him tighten up the skin underneath your neck. Listen, Richard, this is to your benefit. You're gonna look like a Ken doll. And when you do, guess who's gonna get more promotions at work? Which means guess who's gonna be giving me more money on my credit card? Guess who's going to be lifting up my allowance? You. So I'm going to be tightening up the skin right there on your neck. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, lower your chin. Very nice. So now I'm going to be starting work on your face. I'm going to ask him to make you the tiniest, teeny, tiny little nose like Michael Jackson, like his fourth nose. So I'm just going to have him really bring this in. Like, if you could still breathe, that's not good enough. Like, you have to get to a point where it's like beauty standards. I know beauty standards for men are just absolutely toxic. It's absolutely impossible to meet. So I'm gonna have him do the teeniest tiny little nose like a Ken doll. Bring that in, bring that in, bring the nostrils in, bring the nostrils in. But I want you to have like a, what was it? Was it Pamela Anderson or Carmen Electra whose nose dips down a little bit? I think it was Carmen Electra. Pamela Anderson has like a button nose. I'm gonna ask him to give you like a Carmen Electra nose where it dips down just a little bit. So it's like, so I'm just gonna have him dip that in, bring this down. He's gonna have to cut through this part of your mouth so that way it snaps the muscle and it brings it down further, but consequently then the space between your nose and your lips are going to be further away. So I'm going to ask him to fill up your top lip so that way it brings it upwards. Okay, so I'm going to ask him to put some filler onto your top lip, that way it brings it upwards. Perfect. Okay, excellent. Now because your top lip is like puffy, I don't want you looking like, I don't know, Donatella Versace on me. So I'm going to be asking him to put some filler onto your bottom lip to give you more of like a Mick Jagger sort of look. Isn't that gonna be so spicy? I remember when Mick Jagger and I shared a summer back in '83. Now that was a man. So I'm going to be asking him to put a filler right there, right there, right there. Perfect. So now that we have filler on your bottom lip and on your top lip, we have that going on. I'm gonna ask him to put some cheekbone into your cheeks. I want a man who's gonna be like crunked up. So I'm just gonna be adding in some filler right there, really giving you that like strong angular sort of face, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I'm just going to be putting that cheekbone right there, putting this cheekbone right there. Perfect. Now I'm going to be trying to suck out your jowls. That way it's like, it's gone. It's like, I'm just gonna have that be sucked out, put back in, sucked out, put back in, sucked out. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna ask him to put a chin plate in your chin to give you that sort of like hunk chin with like that like booty chin, like, you know, the booty hole that's on your chin. Exactly. I'm just going to put that right there, and then the chin plate right there. Perfect. Now I'm gonna ask him to fill up that nasty sort of like taint underneath your eyeballs so that way it makes it nice and like smooth. So I'm just going to put that into some filler for your eye bags. Some eye bags. Excellent. I'm sorry, I'm getting... Oh, okay. Oh, that one made my ear ring. Okay. Earring. because there's earrings, but my ear is also ringing. You wouldn't get it, Richard. Okay, now I'm gonna ask him to like really raise up your eyebrows so that way it's like, you know, you're surprised, but it's like, you know, like just like, you know, I want you to have chola eyebrows, but like white corporate man chola eyebrows. So I'm just going to be putting that way up there, really sort of that way it's like your eyeballs are just kind of like really stretched out. It really like youthfies your top eyelid. But that might erase your double eyelid, so I'm gonna ask him to keep like a plate right here so it maintains your double eyelid. Plate right there, lift eyebrow, plate right there. Perfect. Now I'm going to ask him to like shave down your brow ridge just a bit. It looks like you straight got a badunkadunk on top of your eyeballs. And frankly, it's like I always get the strongest urge to clap them cheeks on your face. And I don't want to feel that way, you know? I really don't want to have that temptation anymore. So I'm going to ask him to shave down your brow ridge. Okay, plugs. You're in dire need of plugs. Plug right there. In fact, facelift. Basically, he's going to make an incision on your hairline, much like this incision, and then he's going to peel off your face like an orange, and then he's gonna stretch it right back over your face. So facelift, right there. I'm gonna ask him to make sure that your face doesn't like ridge up by the ears, because if it seems like all like this, then they're gonna know that it got pinched and that it was a facelift. And I want it to look as natural as possible. Like, although I want you to look done, I don't want you to look done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna ask him to really focus on that part. Focus on your ears. Ear surgery. Your ears are looking way too like Abraham Lincoln-ish, and I'm gonna be needing a little more of like Patrick Swayze-ish. So I'm going to ask them to redo your ears, make it nice and like cute. There we go. Redo your ears right there. Perfect. Right there. Lovely. Squaring up the jaw. I need that to be nice and pronounced. I like a man with a nice jaw. If you don't have a jaw, it's like, how impoverished could you possibly be? So we're gonna work in on this jaw, Perfect. All right. I know male beauty standards are just absolutely implausible, impossible, and am I even possible? So let's see. I want to know if there's anything else. I want him to like lower your eyelids so that way I can see your fresh eyeballs even more. So I'm going to be asking him to lower that eyelid. So that way it's like, hi Rick, how are you doing? Great, Adam. I'm doing spectacular. Wait. I look like Momo. So now I'm going to ask him to shave down your Adam's apple. I'm not gonna lie, it's like, are you like a skater? Like, why is it like popping out? You know, it's like I can picture you just drinking a whole gallon of orange juice after a long day of skateboarding, being like, hey yo bro, I haven't taken a shower in 3 days. So I'm just going to ask him to shave down that Adam's apple just a tad, where it's like more of like a square than a triangle. You know, I want it to be more like a Tetris block. I don't want it to be like a pyramid. So I think with that, we should be pretty good. If you try canceling my credit card again, your body is next. So let's go, Richard. Let's visit Dr. Nassif and have all of these adjustments made. Oh, no, don't worry. I already scheduled an appointment. He's ready for us in about 5 minutes. Get the stretch limo. We're going pronto. Let's go, Richard. Richard, let's go.